Now we're going to be presenting our newest project, which is our letter to policymakers.
We're the Council for Digital Good. We stand for the younger generation, the youth generation, and the teens, and even a little bit of the older generation in online civility. Teens and the youth generation use social media. They use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And there are a lot of risks that come with using this, like cyberbullying and online sexual harassment, and we touch on these things in our letter. We really just want to inspire others to contribute to the solutions that we've come up with and summarized in this letter really well. So Bronte.
I'm Bronte, I'm from Ohio, and our letter touches on a lot of important topics, but one of the topics that it touches upon is cyberbullying. And cyberbullying it's an online harassment between one or two or more parties between people online. This includes children, teenagers, and adults. And it catches on like a wildfire. So it spreads quickly, it spreads from one person to the next. We all know how social media goes fast, and word can get around like that. And so cyberbullying is effective because it can result in massive negativity. This can result in people feeling isolated, alone, and hurt. And negativity is often projected outwards, pushing people away and just being by yourself. And cyberbullying can also result in a long-lasting impact, which means people who are cyberbullied can feel emotional, sad, depressed, and again, like we talked before, we don't want people in this position. So our letter kind of covers what cyberbullying is and then also what we want to do to prevent it.
My name is Reese. I'm from Maryland, and in this third paragraph, it mostly focuses on sexual harassment and sextortion, which is a subclass of extortion where people will try to use sexual imagery or other ways to convince a person to do sexual favors and sexually explicit images. And really, this is a pervasive and distributed problem across multiple platforms, and there really needs to be a policy developed for this, because as of right now, it's not exactly criminalized. Pressure large organizations to be more expeditious and compliant in removing this kind of content. And it has to be done all in a similar timeline, because if only one platform, if Twitter did it and then Instagram did it, they would just move around platforms and there would always be a home for this kind of activity. So it would kind of have to be implemented all at once, not a rolling process, to stop this kind of activity because it affects a lot of people.
We have our concluding paragraph. As we become more encapsulated in the ever-expanding digital world, we need education programs that are mandatory and discernible, and we need terms of service and they must become easier in the ways we list out the details of them. And we need to focus on utilizing the internet in positive ways as opposed to negative ones. And that wraps up our letter.